Hi, this is Stephanie Young, and you are listening to Nerd Network News.
Welcome in, Dark Hearts. I'm Wolfie.
And Mooney.
And this is your Nerd Network News. And today we have a very special guest talking nerdy with us. Welcome in, Stephanie. Would you like to introduce yourself and your work?
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. I love your ears. They're so cute. Look at that. Hi, guys. I'm Stephanie Young. And I'm a voice actor, among other things, but some shows that you might know me from would be Nico Robin in One Piece. I got this beautiful jacket. I love it so. Look, you have to see the back. I don't know if that'll show. Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
That looks awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
Pretty.
I'm very proud of it. And someone else at the convention we're at today had the same jacket on. It was pretty great. Like, that never happens. But let's see, Nico Robin in One Piece. If you watch FMA Brotherhood, I voice Olivier, Arachne, and Soul Eater. She's one of my faves. Sylvia Sherwood and Spy X Family, Claire and Claymore. Oh, Nana Shimura in My Hero Academia. Gosh, if you watch Zombieland Saga, I'm Yugiri, and people have been talking about that show here, which makes my heart so happy because it's such a great female idol girl show, and Yugiri is a really interesting character. And anyhow, those are some of the characters I voice. Onisha in Borderlands, for our gamers out there, she's another favorite. That I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for being here. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Talking about voice acting, I have a fun question for you. Can you tell us one of your fun moments behind the mic, like in booth, either something maybe that was hard or something that was really fun while you were getting the voice work done?
Oh gosh. Well, fun goes back to the very beginning. I was in a show called Desert Punk a few moons ago, and I voiced Junko in that, and there's a fake out in that show, and she's one of the leads, and it was my first lead, so I was so excited and to voice her. And in this show, we did a lot of improv. That does not happen that often, but in this show, tons of improv. It was so much fun. But there's a fake out in that show where you think Junko is dead, and you never want to die. You never want to die. Of course not. And so my director, Zach Bolton, who's a wonderful director and producer, he allowed me to believe that I was dead. And I was so mad. But then, we took a break, and 5 minutes later, he's like, she's back. And I was like, I'm so happy. I'm so mad. I'm so happy. But I remember that moment as far as fun. I mean, we're always having fun in the booth. And in that show, just hearing other people's ad libs, was crazy and fun. And then if you're going to go the other route for probably the most memorable moment, and there have been many, because we know in this genre, there's so many highs and lows, which is what's so great about it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But for me personally, this is probably no surprise if you're a One Piece fan, but the I Want to Live moment with Robin changed my life.
That is so
And it was, and at the time I didn't know it, but I knew it was deep. And I knew that when we recorded the line, Mike McFarlane, our brilliant director, he set me up for success, and that I had a ton of pre-roll. It's a pivotal moment for this character, if you don't know the show, where she allows her friends to help her. And it's life and death. And she finally asks for help, which is just such, like, everybody needs to be reminded of this message.
Yes, absolutely.
You are worthy of love, and it is brave and good to ask for help. And she found her friend family, so there's all these emotions swirling about it. And I'm waiting for her to ask for help because I love her. At this point, we'd been recording for years, a long time. But I was already pretty invested with this character. I'm like, please. I don't read ahead in the manga, so I was just waiting to see what would happen. I mean, I knew she would stick around. I knew that she would live, but I didn't know how. And when she finally, says, I want to live, take me, help me, basically. And they do, and they rescue her, and it's just such a beautiful moment. And it's meant a lot to the fans. And when I have met people that have come up to my table and said, that moment made me want to continue living.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
That is incredible.
Someone coming up to you. I remember the first time someone said that, I didn't know what to say. It was so overwhelming. Just the gratitude that the work exists, thanks to Oda, the creator. But to be a part of that moment was just incredibly special. So that moment, I'm probably one of the highlights of my career, but just meeting people around the world who that moment has resonated with. And just the fact that we got it right. Mike, the director, set things up so well so that there was enough time to get into it. He didn't rush it. Everyone had recorded. I keep doing this like that's the script. That's the script right there, right in front of you on a screen. But everyone had recorded, and I went in and we did it. And thankfully we got it on the first take, because it's a big, screaming, emotional call for help. And I remember I just fell to the floor. After I looked at him, I just looked, and that doesn't happen all the time, but I looked at him after that take, and then he just gave me this thumbs up. And then I just you have all that pent up energy and it was done. So that's probably the most emotional moment I've ever had in the booth.
That is amazing. What a wonderful message, too.
Right? Yeah. I think we get pretty excited when this art, and it's good to have fun, that too. But when you have those special moments like that, it's just exciting that this genre exists and we're all in this world.
Absolutely. Talking about playing strong female characters, let's talk about Miss Armstrong, Arachne. They also have an amazing message for all the women and men at home.
Yes.
Be a strong person.
Be a strong person. I love it when people come to my table and they're like, wow, these are all really strong characters. I'm glad that's my niche. I'll take it. Yes. I'm very proud of it. And, oh gosh, Olivier, she's just phenomenal. And I remember when I first saw her, I still remember looking up on the screen and seeing her image and thinking, wow. I missed the boat when Funimation at the time, they did Full Metal Alchemist. And I was not there at that time. So I didn't even get to audition for that, even though it's cast perfectly. But, I thought, oh, wow, wouldn't it be great to be a part of that show? How amazing would that be? And, but, things, I just really believe in this world that, the timing works out as it's supposed to. You think it's best, but then something else is better that's right around the corner. And I believe that that's what happened with Olivier. She came around, and I'm so thankful, but she terrified me at first. I thought, terrified's a strong word. But I got a little nervous. I thought, I've got to get her right. And I remember also directed by Mike McFarland. He said there can't be any softness or warmth or anything in this character. Like, Nico Robin is super strong, but there's a lot of warmth in her, even when she's being steely. Arachne, villains still have a warmth. Some of them have a warmth to them. Like, she is delicious. And I love her, right? Who doesn't want to hang out in a black ball gown, drinking wine on a web, spouting out orders? Who doesn't want to do that on a Saturday? But, she's just fun. But there's a warmth to her. And, well, that is not an Olivier. And it was really hard for me when I looked at her. I just thought it would be there, or something was a bit coy or sensual, or whatever. No, Ice Queen. And I loved it because he was like, she doesn't use, it's just not part of her. She doesn't use it. She doesn't manipulate. She's just straightforward. And our men call her Sir. Just go with that. I know, right?
Yes. Right, that is the power move. That big
power
sister
move.
Energy.
Oh, right. Big sister, right? Yes. Throwing around Alex, another one of my talk about fun.
I've seen so much.
I was not expecting that. I thought, what just happened? Did that really just happen? It did. Great. Let's report it. That was so much fun because I was just blown away by this, normal size female throwing this big hunk of a person of massive muscle just, how fun is that?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Absolutely. Well, with your wide range of characters you perform, which two do you think would have the most interesting conversation?
Ooh, interesting conversation. I don't know that Olivia would engage much. She just wouldn't have time for it. And Claire's too much of an introvert from Claymore. I love her too. If you could get Nana from My Hero together with Robin from One Piece, that would be, they are both nurturers, and they're both trying to do the right thing. That would be a really interesting conversation. I think those two would connect. I think they would be good friends. I do. That'd be a great dinner party. Actually, all those women around the table would be a great dinner party, but,
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
And then KK from BBB would be great too. KK, there have been a lot of KK fans at this convention, which has been exciting. And it's Blood Battlefront Blockade, I believe, or is it Blood Blockade Battlefront? I think Battlefront is BBB is what I always called it. But KK is she's a crazy character. She's crazy and over the top, and there's been some KK love here, and that's been exciting. So.
Love it. I can just imagine Nana and Robin forcing the rest of the main cast to have a dinner party so those two can hang out.
They could actually make that happen. I believe that. You can't say no to them.
Right? They got the little sister energy. You're going to do what I say, even though I sound a lot less threatening.
Right? And you're going to like it.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Moving into the nerdy questions. What are some of your favorite nerdy hobbies and passions?
Nerdy hobbies? Gosh, I don't know. I mean, obviously I love this art. And I love animation. My husband is an animator. He worked on the Jimmy Neutron series from beginning to end. So that was a fun conversation. When we first met was through music. Yes. So music is a huge passion of ours. It's how we met. But it was funny after we came together to do music, even that first conversation of, what do you do? What do you do? And at the time, I'm an actor, but do a lot of voiceover. He goes, really? I'm an animator. Really? What do you know?
That just work.
Yeah, it's like, we kind of get each other's worlds, to a degree, which was pretty exciting. But music is a huge passion. Other than being a mom, I love, we have 2 kids, and they're the best. And but the music is a big part of our life. That's something that we play lots of festivals, and we write together. He plays guitar, I sing.
Any coming up?
I do. Thanks for asking, friend. But thank you. So our band is called the Brehms. This is vinyl.
So pretty.
Yeah. So that's my married name is Brehm. And I've been Stephanie Young for so long in the industry, I kept that. But that's our band. We're the Brehms, and we're on Spotify and Apple. We're out there in the interwebs and the platforms, so please find us. YouTube, definitely. But this album is I Lead With My Heart we have on vinyl, but if you're on Spotify, we're there, and we're releasing new music all the time. We have a new song coming out soon, so please check that out. Yeah.
Ooh, gotta keep an eye on that, guys.
Thank you.
Gosh. Any links for your fans?
Yes, thebrehmsband.com is our website, and of course on YouTube we're the Brehms. So this is funny. We were in California, we were in LA for the One Piece Film Red movie premiere. And we had just cut this track, I Lead With My Heart, and we hadn't made a music video yet. Well, we love jazz. Jazz pop would probably be more where we fit, but we had written a bossa nova. We love bossa nova. That's like happy place music. Ocean, bossa nova. And so David said, where are we going? Right? Because he's coming with me to this premiere. I'm like, well, I think it's in LA. He's like, so we're near beach. Well, we need to film a music video. So, oh, wow. Okay. So there we go. And we did the day before the premiere happened. We got an Uber at like 4:30 in the morning. Because we didn't bring a light kit with us while we traveled. So we needed daylight. And it was really cool because the Uber driver was Brazilian. And we were filming a music video for a bossa nova. I don't know. It just was one of those things where things were coming together. And then we found the perfect spots. And everything just worked out. So if you go and see the I Lead With My Heart music video, that was probably shot in just a couple of hours, guerrilla on the beach. But we got it in, and then, went back home, took a nap, got dressed, went to the premiere. So it just worked out. And I think it's good, I don't know, you just never know how life will surprise you, and little moments of opportunity will happen if you just look for that. Just stay positive about it. Because I'll admit, I was like, how are we going to fit all that in? It's like, let's just go. Don't worry about making everything perfect. Just get your art out there, just what you're passionate about, just dive into it and put some beauty in the world, however you do it, right? Just put it out there.
That was a wonderful
Don't overthink
message.
it.
I
Thank
love
you.
that.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, can you tell us a little bit about filming music videos? Like, that's almost the opposite of doing voice acting. Like,
Well, it's different.
tricky
Now,
either.
I'm not the technical one. That would be David Brehms. He's a wonderful, he does everything, right? So he shoots and he edits and does all of those things. So I just had to find something to wear and lip sync. But basically, that day was just wonderful because we were on the beach, but it was funny because the water was freezing cold and we were walking, on the beach through the water. We weren't totally immersed, but you'll see some water. It was cold. But it was worth it. It was worth it. Yes. It was worth it. But we love the visual arts. So we try to, when we can, get a music video going. It's a lot of fun. It's interesting. One of the first music videos that we shot, it was called Red Dress. And there's a few voice actors in that video. Yeah. That was in the blonde era for me. But yeah, and Brina Palencia, who voices Chopper and One Piece and a gazillion other lead roles, she's amazing. She has new music out too. Please check out Ghost. She just released a music video for that. If you haven't seen it, you will love it. But anyway, a lot of us are artists and have supported each other's projects, and she sung harmony with us on some things, and I'm so proud of that.
That is wonderful. Any final words for your fans before we wrap it up?
Well, thanks for chatting about the music, and thank you so much for watching. It's good to be a part of this creative world, and we're a family, and it's just really good to be here and connect with you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us, and for such inspiring, wholesome stories, too.
Oh, well, thanks.
Oh my gosh, our listeners definitely need some wholesome words right now.
Oh, they do. Okay.
It's stressful right now.
Well, you know what? Well, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you this. It's interesting because, Robin in One Piece, she's a very calming character, unless she's in battle, of course, like you do. But very calming. I think with our music, that's been part of our mission, and it just works with our sound. It's just to help people feel good. Our music is kind of a down-tempo chill. I mean, some of it's a little up, but it's still that's groovy, and we hope that it's something that helps people feel good. So if you need a little lift, please, check it out.
Definitely. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us once again. And Dark Arts, you have a wonderful night.
Bye, y'all.